In the Empire Theater in Grand Forks, North Dakota, a rock concert was held. Being a part of this concert was the piano madman, Mark Mallman, living up to the hype of a marathon man, as his opening song was 6 minutes long. I was able to talk with him about where his band comes from, where he performs, the history of the marathon song, and how he comes to write his music.
Meet my band at various points. I started performing my solo material in 1998, so I picked up some musicians and they change. Since I'm a solo artist, I hire different people. Anytime I do a tour or a show, I hire whoever wants to play. Well, usually we get the band together and I teach them my new songs. And it's with the new album with Double Silhouette. The style of the tunes is still like retro 70s, which is what I kind of like and I like to allude to because it's the music of my childhood. It also has like a lot of piano, of course, because I play piano, and sound effects, and it's kind of spacey. I'll do a US tour twice a year, and we play a lot of, if we're supporting, opening for someone, we'll do big clubs, but a lot of time we play in roadhouses, we're playing 200-person bars. It's rough and tumble and rugged, and we're out there in their faces, and I love that. I like to be in the grit and in the dirt of it. I've done tours where I play big rooms, and that's fun. Like the stage here is really fun. But we do the West Coast and the East Coast maybe once a year, West Coast twice a year for the past 15 years. Of course, First Avenue in Minneapolis and the Roxy Theater in Los Angeles and CBGB's in New York, which is gone now, but that's obviously a smaller room. Kind of like Bluebird Theater in Denver. My favorite place is a place called the Nick in Birmingham, Alabama, outside of First Avenue in Minneapolis. It's like a roadhouse with a bunch of hubcaps on the wall. I like to play there. It's a big American flag. With the marathon songs, I would have preferred to make them up as I went, but the legitimacy is, it's like there is a plan going in. We rarely stick to the plan, but for 1, 2, and 3, there were chords. We somewhat followed it. It was pretty. The third one, I lost consciousness about 60 hours in, so we did 78 hours. So I kind of tried to read as much as I can. With the last one was 150 or 60 hours, I forget. It was across America, and so that was like computer-generated music, so it was a little different. It was like preset, and I tried to create some sample loop backgrounds that would return, so it had a vibe. But it was more improvisational. It was non-stop, but the overnights were predetermined, kind of premeditated, prepackaged, and then let loose. People that would come, scattered throughout the cities, especially as it got more viral, because it was webcast the whole time. So as it became more viral, people would come with signs or something, or they would come to see, and we would just drive to a city, and then we'd tell them where they were going to be, and they'd come and meet the van, and they'd give us gifts. It was pretty cool. Well, we came up with Marathon 1, the 26-hour song, kind of just as a joke. And it took off, and it was inspiring for me, so I kept doing it. And we reached 78 hours, and 78-hour one was in 2010, and we webcast. We had 25,000 people watching and 400 people in the room. To me, I thought, this is new, this is exciting. I want to do a webcast that abandons the venue altogether. So I said, let's do a concert that moves. And we ended up doing something that had never been done. I don't really think of marketing, and I think that's a pratfall in my career. Some people would say I'd be more successful if I did market myself. But I just don't believe that people want to be sold something, They come to art or they come to music because they want to enrich their lives. They want something interesting. So I try to present something interesting, whether it's my stupid jokes on my Twitter or Instagrams of the tour, but I don't think about branding. I don't think about, I should more, but I think of the internet as another way of expressing my weird vision. When I was younger, I would just sit down and I would write songs based on what's happening in my life. If I was going through a breakup or I met someone or some kind of fight with my brother or something, I would write about that. But as I got older, the songs became more meticulous and they took longer to write and overarching themes, and so now my vision is it draws from books and it draws from movies and it alludes to the lyrics all intertwine, and it's all about one kind of thing. With my new album that I'm writing is all about robbing banks, which I played one of the songs up there from, and then the last one was all about how do you cope with a relationship after it's over. Adult kind of theme, not Justin Bieber style lyrics. I'll sing about existentialist writers or allude to Twin Peaks, some TV show from the 80s, It's like
big for shame.